everybody back to another interview here at Foundry Fest in downtown Phoenix. We're working to get as many as we can in here. I had a great conversation just with Mark from Crimson Sleeper Studios. We did have some audio problems that I think that we fixed so that we can go over, do a little bit better with Jose here. So I'm really excited to be sitting down with Jose from Jumping Jack Press. We're going to talk about his comic book I guess it's a magazine, Black Fury Magazine. We're going to talk about the Black Fury Magazine creation that he has, and we're also going to talk about Pulp Traps, which is a comic book that he is going to be launching through Kickstarter. It's already launched, printed, funded, everything. It's out the door, and we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. So, Jose, I can't remember where I met you the first time, and I know at 8, I think it might have been here. Last year, weren't you on that side? Yeah. So that's one of the great things about being a part of these communities is being able to see everybody, multiple times throughout the year, getting to know them better, and really being part of the actual community. And real quick, I'm going to go over to our con cam real quick because Joey just did a picture with someone who just bought some of the stuff. I was hoping I could catch the picture. But I have Jose here. I'm really excited to jump into a conversation with him. So Jose, tell me a little bit about how you got started, what's your background, where you're from, and how did you get started in making a Black Fury magazine?
So I've always been
Nice. Yep.
own scripts in addition to the prose work, in addition to the journalism assignments that I've always been handling at school, and eventually, and I really loved writing. I kept writing and writing and writing, but I didn't really publish anything or share with anybody else. But then, and I was planning to just build up a body of work after I graduated and start sharing it and pitching to people.
Nice.
But unfortunately, my graduation year was 2020, which was the year of the pandemic. So I was stuck inside, and was inside, had to go away from college and be straight home, had my graduation ceremony over Zoom.
No, oh, wow. How was that? That must have been difficult.
That was very, very strange. Like, you have all these ideas of how it's supposed to go, and then everything's changing. Everything's changed to things you can't control, and it's so frustrating, and it be so limiting. And it was like in that period that, you know what, I don't want to wait anymore for writing. It's like, not like, if something like this can happen, I want to take advantage of things I can control, and I want to get started now. So with that, I started sharing my scripts with other people, asking them to draw them, and things came and went, and I kept pitching things, and eventually I decided to start self-publishing my own work. This would have started around 2023.
Wow.
I started publishing like my own magazine with a local printer, Artist Express, which has been a very, very good printer in terms of getting all these wonderful books out in time and such. quick succession. Yeah, please
Yeah, no,
continue.
absolutely. Jose. So Black Fury is a magazine. So it looks like we have different articles in here. It looks like there are like a comic in here as well. So tell me exactly what people would find if they can people subscribe to the magazine, or do they just buy them from the website? However they get them, what can they find inside of them, and what is Black Fury all about?
They would find them on my website. In
Yeah.
addition to jumpingjackpress.net, I also have a coffee store where you can order them in digital versions as well. And issue 5 is my newest one, and very proud of it. It was printed this week, actually. And when it comes to what you can expect, it's a pulp noir magazine.
Okay.
I wanted to really bring back the format, especially with after reading weird like PDFs of weird tales and
Yeah.
spicy detective stories and really these weird adventure magazines back in the 30s and 40s. And as I researched more of these pulps, Lovecraft got his start there
Yeah.
through those
Yeah.
really weird things. And you know what? If they can start small, if they can start in this crazy, wild format, then I want to do that as well, and it would be a world I would completely control.
Because it's a magazine, is the story then carried over? So Black Fury is the main character then that's
Oh
inside
yeah,
of it?
it's Black Fury is the main character.
Okay.
Each story is about a different battle or event she has to go through.
Okay.
The only thing that carries over is like the characterization. The cast remains the same. It's an anthology.
Got it.
And each issue is standalone, so anybody could pick up an issue and really get what she's about and who she is.
Yep.
And I really wanted to bring, and I didn't really want to commit to an ongoing series because it was so new for me, and I want to stick with standalone things that I could really get people into.
Right. So things that happen, and like I'm holding right now, I'm holding issue 5. The story that happens in issue 5, that stuff that happens in that isn't really going to necessarily continue over into the story that someone might find in I guess issue 6.
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I see here there's some writing in here as well. So there's the comic in the front. What is the writing all about?
The writing is where I get really deep into the lore of the world. When it comes to comics, especially shorter comics, it's all about the action,
Okay.
all about showing off the character. But in terms of prose stories, you can really get deeper into her psyche and what her world is like. So I use the prose stories, which are also standalone, to not only explore a different facet of Marla's life, but also show that the world is not what you expected. For example, in issue 5, a new cult starts up in her hometown, Bell City, the Twilight Metropolis, and she investigates this cult, ends up falling to a movie theater of all things, and what she eventually finds there is very much not what she expected and very much beyond her scope. And the really great thing is how she overcomes that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that this is amazing. So how many issues do you have of this?
Right now I have 5 issues,
Okay.
and all of them are in gorgeous black and white with a splash of red every
Yeah, I
now
know.
and
That's
then.
one of the things. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I love about it, because you have that sense of noir, right, from inside of it. But then you get these like moments of the red, which is one of the things that I think that drew me, because I think I picked up most of the issues that you had back at AZ Comic Book Festival, I believe earlier this year. And that's one of the things that I really love, because I love the black and white stuff, and I just love having like the different pops of color. I don't know. That's just something that I personally enjoy, but I think that it gives over to that noir. So does this come out? How often does this come out?
It comes out when everything is finished.
Yeah.
Like when the artist is finished, when I'm finished writing the prose story, when I'm satisfied with the lettering and everything.
Yeah.
It comes out when it comes out, and I really, with each issue, I learn a lot more and improve. And also, I have not told who Marla Drake is or who Black Fury is.
Right.
So Black Fury is Black Fury was a public domain character that I found while researching, and I just really loved the story.
Okay.
And I used her story and her really cool outfit to get deep into the more darker gothic side of pulp,
Yeah.
which I feel has been really fallen out of favor in recent
Yeah.
years. And what it is Marla Drake is an antisocial socialite.
Okay.
She's rich and she's in a position where she has to talk to people even though she doesn't. She's very vain, very irritable, and also very beautiful too. So that
Yeah.
gets a lot of attention too, and she doesn't really enjoy that. However, however, she adopts a boy named who she calls Darren.
Okay.
He comes from a mysterious past that she doesn't know about, but all she knows is that she loves him and wants to take care of him.
Yeah.
Seeing the same loneliness feeling the same loneliness that he felt when they first met.
Of course.
And in order to further protect her lifestyle, her adopted son, she dresses like the devil and fights various crime and cults and terrorist outfits.
Yeah. So how do you know? So the main protagonist, Marla, right? She is she identifies as a female or a woman?
Yeah, she's
yeah.
a
In this
woman.
case, okay. So how does that, from you, how is that from your perspective writing it? Writing it as a main female protagonist. Do you think that is that difficult for you? Do you try to find inspiration somewhere to make, some of the feminine aspects, or maybe that, you identifying as a man, correct?
Right.
That you find yourself. So what is that like for you creating a main female protagonist?
Well, what it's like is you want to find not just commonalities, but also their unique perspective. Because she's a woman, but she doesn't represent all women.
Right.
She represents herself.
Okay.
I think about her upbringing and what she's faced and how she would react to different situations and different conversations. And of course, you have to do research. And instead of doing research into like fictional badass characters like Ellen Ripley in Alien, you have to really focus on history itself. What was it like to live as a woman in that time?
Got it.
And also, like one of the biggest things was the transit during wartime, since she's like active during World War II, the transition from a woman in the workforce, people phasing them out as soldiers returned home.
Got it.
And the gender dynamics with that.
So how did you figure, like, I guess, what did that research look like for you? Because that seems like some pretty intense research to then go and kind of get this understanding of this and then try to portray that from this female protagonist, Marla.
When it comes to research, the library is always good. Always,
libraries are,
gotta
100%.
A library has like basically everything and will get stuff if they can. And basically what that eventually looked like is getting into a headspace while having your nose in a really good book. And really getting to the headspace not only like improves the writing, it also improves how I look at like my life and real life right now and how I treat people and such.
Yeah, and I'm with Jose Cardenas. Am I saying your last name right?
Yes, you
Cardenas.
are.
Okay, Jose. I'm with Jose, and you can click this QR code up here and go to Jumping Jack Press, and you can find all of these. You can find access to Black Fury. They can order it from Jumping Jack Press, correct?
Correct.
Now you have another book that you're currently working on that you just kickstarted called Pulp Traps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what is this? I guess what is the story behind this, and what is this about? And again, you do such a great, even the printing of this and the way that it's designed looks like a pulp type of comic, right? So if everybody can kind of see that, it's even better in person. But it really gives over to that pulp feeling and to that pulp style. So tell me about Pulp Traps and what are you trying to accomplish with this one here?
Well, what I wanted to accomplish was basically know how crowdfunding works, and I wanted to do it with a really solid standalone project. It's Pulp Traps, an anthology of 4 different horror comics, a story about a monster in a cookie factory, a story about a cursed mirror, a story about demons, and a story about an exorcism gone wrong.
Nice.
And when it came to wanting to do that, I really wanted to focus on standalone projects, stuff that stands as its own, and that way not only is it easier to sell that way, but also it's not like overworking or you're like overbearing in terms of how what you're putting into creativity and stuff. And with Pulp Traps, I was really getting into horror. And I met on through the social media website Blue Sky. I met this wonderful artist named Frederick Hornung, who's running his own Kickstarter called Seconds to Midnight.
Nice.
And we had the same taste in horror. We love the pulpy, the more B-movie, bloody and gory stuff.
Nice.
And we were really able to bond over that. And I wanted to work with him, and in order not only just to build my portfolio, but also create a stronger bond with artists, because when it comes to comics and when it comes to writing, it's all about relationships and collaboration.
Yeah.
And I just love that part of the process.
Well, that's awesome. And again, I'm with Jose Cardenas. You can find him at No Way Jose Cardenas on all social media platforms. And if you click this QR code, you can check up Jumping Jack Press, which is where you can buy Black Fury and Pulp Traps. So a few more questions. What was your experience doing the Kickstarter? Because you said you wanted to do the Kickstarter so you could get some knowledge, which I give you a lot of respect for, doing that so that you could kind of figure out how to do it. So tell me about that experience.
So when that a lot of the experience was checking my phone
Right.
like every hour,
Yeah.
like who contribute, has anyone contributed, has the number gone up yet?
Yeah.
Because even like you can post everything you can, but sometimes
Yeah.
it just doesn't work out, not only because of like people not seeing, but also because of how algorithms work these
Yeah.
days,
Yep.
and how social media website owners really suppress links or just wreak havoc on small business owners. And it was really fun. The Kickstarter was another great way to use that collaboration, also use the network with the artists and other writers
Got it.
that I've met in the lead up to that.
Yeah.
It was really great getting their advice, getting their support. It really, really meant a lot, and I made above what I was expecting when it comes
That's
to the goal.
awesome.
Like my goal was like a low 750,
Yeah.
because like that seemed like reachable at that time,
Yeah.
and it became like twice that.
That is
So
awesome.
it was a really great educational experience, and I found Kickstarter to be a great community.
Yeah.
And I found my own network to be wonderful,
That's awesome.
open people, and
So what is either a hot take in the comic book industry for you, or maybe if you don't have a hot take in the comic industry, or even in the horror industry, any industry, any hot take that you have, but if you don't have one, what is some advice that you could give for content creators starting out?
Okay, when it comes to a hot take, I would recommend people to not do superheroes. I guess that would be my hot take.
that superheroes need to be less and other kinds of stories need to be more.
Well, not just that they need to be less, but it's just like take for Black Fury. It's more of like a heroine comic. Black
Yeah.
Fury was like a
Yep.
masked crime fighter
Uh-huh.
back in the newspaper strips in the 30s and 40s. But you have to like add flavor to it. You can't
Got
just make your book superhero.
Yeah.
I make Black Fury noir. I make it mystery. I make it gothic. I dive
Got it.
into
I see.
subjects and things that are not really explored that often. Not
Got
even with
Yep.
characters that happen to share her traits or anything. So.
Yeah, nope. I get what you're saying. So, quick tip for anybody getting in the content creation or comic book space besides less superheroes.
My advice would be to find what you're really passionate about
Okay.
and build a story around that.
Yeah.
Once you can make one story, you can make a second one, and that passion will follow you. No matter where you go, what you want to experiment with. That
Yeah.
would be my advice
That's
to
great.
future creators.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jose. Is there any final thoughts that you have? And one last time where people can find you on social media.
Thank you so much for this interview. I've always see you. It was great seeing you at Tucson Comic Con.
Oh yeah.
That was a great convention, and I'm planning to do more conventions next year as well.
Nice. Do you have any other ones for this year, or are you going to start back up next
I'm
year?
gonna start back up next year,
Nice.
honestly, because
Nice.
I already got family stuff with the rest of the year going
Oh
on.
yeah,
So
holidays and everything.
yeah, holidays. And you can find me at No Way Jose Cardenas. That's my my at all websites, Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter, because I'm never calling it X ever.
I support your decision on that.
Yeah, basically No Way Jose Cardenas on all social media sites.
All right, well, everyone, we're here at Foundry Fest. This was Jose. Find him at No Way Jose Cardenas, because we can't say that enough. If you're watching this where you can scan this QR code, it should go over to Jumping Jack Press, where you can get Black Fury, and can they also get Pulp Traps on there as well?
I only have a limited amount of Pulp Traps left, so I want to sell them at conventions.
Okay, cool. So then you're going to have to come out to the conventions. We're down here in Phoenix at Foundry Fest. We are super, super excited. And then Creator Trey said that the No Way Jose Cardenas is fantastic, so he really likes that. So we'll be out here the rest of the day. We're going to get some more interviews set up, so we will be live again, and we'll go to the con cam one last time to see what Joey's doing, and Joey's just sitting there on his phone, and we can't see him, but we can see all the other stuff that's going on down here at, oh my gosh, I thought he was going to put his face into it. All right, guys, we're super excited. We'll be back again, and one last time, this was Jose at No Way Jose Cardenas at Jumping Jack Press. Click that QR code, and as I always say, be thankful, grateful, and kind, and we'll be right back. Bye, guys.
Bye.